session. So if somebody says, well, actually, I think we've done really well on this thing, then please give us the kind of evidence about the thing you're talking about.
I've given 3 simply because of the programs that are undertaken by government, especially the mixed development programs or projects that tries to integrate communities in one area, but we're not doing well in terms of implementing these programs, and also the issue of public engagement or public integration. The public participation, I mean to say the public participation, you haven't done well, but it's conducted, but we're not sure whether the community understands this kind of engagements. Like this one, for instance, we are engaging with the community. The members of the community are involved in this one, but we are using high level of English, and some of us we don't understand. So perhaps if we had somebody who can interpret so that all of us can participate. Thanks.
Colleagues, you see, this is our problem, right? When we opened, we said, my disadvantage is English, but there's enough resource in the room. There's enough resource in the room. People can speak any of the 11 official languages that they want. People can help to interpret. So let's not get, because we have a tendency to go into complaining mode, as opposed to solution-seeking mode. I'm going to ask us, let's begin to reorientate. Community members are here. If they're choosing not to talk, they need to tell us what is making it difficult for them to talk. But you're open to contribute. Okay, we're going to move off this question in a few minutes.
I will say 3 and I will justify it. I think the Gauteng provincial government has done well on many different measures, but the problem is that we're also victims of our own success. The more we build houses and hospitals and schools in migration, because people see better opportunities, better facilities, they come here. That's number 1. But I think the second aspect also is we're also chasing a moving target. So we build people houses and then they move up on Maslow's hierarchy of needs and they say, well, I've got a house, but I need a job. You know, and in my other life for this particular NGO that many of you know that is governing the country, when we went to do door-to-door, you'll find someone say, you guys have done nothing for us in 30 years. They're living in a free house, their kids are going to a free school, getting free meals, getting, social grants. But the narrative is you've done nothing for us in 30 years. And people genuinely believe that nothing has been done. So that's why I think it's a 3. Some of our successes have created also unintended consequences as people also move up in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move. Let's move to the next question. Sustainable and inclusive urban prosperity. Anybody given it 5 stars? No? Not 5. How many did you give it? 2.
Thank you, madam. The reason I've given it 2 is that this is work in progress. Because here we speak of, let's say from province point of view, us as human settlement. In the whole of Gauteng, we tried our utmost best, like Mugabe is indicating, to build houses. And for everybody. And then in the midst, when we were doing houses as government, private sector was folding its hands, not investing. Because South African private sector, it has done what we call the investment strike. We don't invest in South Africa. And in Gauteng, we lack such. That's why we unleash as government and build more houses, and we've got a majority of the people. However, with our intervention, because our province is interventionist by nature, it went straight to poverty lines or poverty pocket to say with this development, we are going to make sure that our people get to be empowered. Because where I come from, our unit that is headed by Martha, is that as an only build houses, we make sure that people get empowered. We also house the SMMEs that were in a periphery, that were not considered. Even private sector, as and when, as government, we become inclusive and involve communities in the form of SMEs. The private sector will always fold its arms until it is forced. Hence, there was the introduction of Gauteng Township Economic Bill in Gauteng to make sure that private sector, as and when it comes through Triple P, it also applies the mandate of empowering the local sector. But it's a long road to go. That's why I gave it 2 stars, because we have not yet arrived there. Because through this development, our intention as government is to change people's lives and to do away or eradicate triple challenges of poverty, inequality, and unemployment. But we have not yet arrived there, because private sector is still having this investment drive. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think from my side it's 0. Simply because some of us are the bona fide citizens of the country, and we have been here in Vaal for more than 50 years. Vaal is the most undeveloped city. Among all, you can talk of Pretoria, Joburg, Eastern. And we're talking of housing. At first, I think we don't have a database of the people whom we want to build the house for. I can make one example with Joburg. During those days, we used to have permits, and a permit for every household would indicate as to, let's say, if your sons and daughters are reaching 21 years, that is then the municipality will know that at least we should have an extension of, say, Zone 3 extension from Everton when we migrated to Sebudeni. We went there because of the database. Today, there's no database. There's no database. Everyone do as it pleases. Mikuku all over. It seems there's no plan. I can give one example. One of the responsibilities of the municipalities, is establishment or creation of cemeteries. Cemeteries are based on what? The community. A section of a community, somewhere. But the last thing is, are we a metro or not? Because I believe that for as long as you are a municipality, not a metro, our budget won't match the metro. We should spend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I know that there are strong views still on economy, but I'm having to manage time, which is a limited resource like money. So I'm going to move us now to environmental sustainability and resilient urban development. I know there was a hand there, but you wanted to come in on the... Okay, let's allow the economy one, and then I'm going to move there.